So Gargant and J2 Toxic can play off stream. Yeah, it might be one of those types of things where I might be able to browse the challenge website, but I might not be able to make updates to the actual bracket. Like, input might be a whole different deal, right? It'll be like, yeah, you can look at this, but I don't know if you're going to be able to update much. In the between time, let's go ahead and catch up on the other winners semifinals match. I'll let you guys take it away.
Alrighty. And look at this, we're seeing a very familiar match here between BW Styles, man, and Luxray. Both these players play all the time, man, but you never get the outcome you'd expect. I know that a lot of people might say that this is a match that Mega Man rather should definitely be winning with his projectiles and whatnot, but Luxray does not care. He doesn't give a heck, as we see all this damage piled on man.
Yeah, he's definitely. I think one of the things he does the really good best. The thing he does best with, I'd say, is definitely his conditioning. Particularly, wow, that was a very unexpected situation that occurred, and that's definitely why he wasn't able to recover, because it looked like he hesitated, Luxray, when he got hit by the side B on the stage. But what I was saying before is that Luxray is very good, I think, at conditioning, particularly with his side B. He's really good at doing dash backs and forth. He's good at spacing to get that side B. You just know that that's definitely Incineroar's best punish move, and for good reason too. It's not a super slow move, and when it does hit, it really sends your opponent flying.
Yeah, and then we see that back air that's very famous with the Incineroar name.
Spacing.
And again, yeah, like we've kind of talked about, like that move is so good. And I think another thing that's really good about Luxray is just whenever you try to get in on him, he's very quick to show off what moves you just should be respecting, in terms of like him throwing out these F smashes, the neutral B as a get off me move, the nair, and now again grabs you, back air, you're gone. That's the stock. And I think again, something that definitely not taken fully advantage of by BW, and most of the times they've played, is the spacing from a much farther range, by like these pellets, by the leaf shield, by everything in the saw. And I know we've seen certain instances where when he does play that kind of long range game, Luxray is able to use the counter, the revenge, a bit more often, and it kind of slows down the pace of the game or makes Luxray a much more intimidating target. But I think that a lot of the times when you're seeing that type of gameplay, you gotta remember for BW, you have to mix it up even with that, because zoning is not as easy as it looks. It can be easy if the person isn't like figuring out your pattern, but a lot of times when you're playing against somebody as high level as Luxray and you're as high level as you are as BW, you cannot skimp out on any corners. They all have to be nice and well made. You cannot cut any corners. And that... Okay, never mind. I was going to say that. That's weird.
You know, one of the things you also have to... I think one thing you may fall for is that just because that BW... Or not BW Styles. Not just because Luxray is playing Incineroar, and Incineroar is a pretty slow character, you can really just zone him out. Luxray showing that is definitely not the case. He's able to really power through those projectiles. Shows that, that's not really a problem. And I think BW Styles also has pretty good awareness of that. He definitely understands that. Just because it's a slow character, because of how heavy Incineroar is, that's not going to stop him from spacing out his projectiles. But Luxray, as we just saw, gets that up throw to up air, or just up throw, I should say, and that is going to seal the deal for game one.
Yeah, man, and I think this is definitely one of those matchups where, like, we've seen it a ton, but like there's always so many different ways it can go. I think that we often just see them at this point. They always go to PS2 starting, and I think it's just because at this point, like, it really doesn't matter where they go in terms of stages. It's just all about like hey, let's just get our matches in, and whatever happens, happens, man. And whether they switch stages later on is kind of just up to how they're feeling. Like, if they're trying to try something new, and like, here we go. Definitely seeing the switch to small battlefield. And I know that a lot of times you want that smaller stage layout for being more aggressive. And we both know that BW is one of those players who definitely really focuses more on the aggressive side. Like, he's not somebody that's just willing to kind of stay out on this, like, more passive state in the sense. He wants to stay, like, up in your face. He wants to be doing these combos, these saw combos, these leaf shield combos, all up in your face, man. And we're seeing that as the match progresses. Like,
right, I gotta say, I don't know if this is like a tool-assisted speedrun or something, but these guys went into the match so quick. I cannot believe how not only quick they got into the match, but just how much decimation they're causing towards one another.
Yeah, man. Only 50 seconds in, both already stocked down, and solid BW here in the lead, about 60% wrecked, almost 70. But as I say that, we see the amount of damage that is being applied now by Luxray, and already back into the game. Doesn't get hit by anything there, either player. Some spaghetti there, 3 F-tilts, I think, coming out there for Luxray here as it transitions into the full screen, and goes for edge guard. No forward there.
High recovery.
No, there's the back throw. Good DI from BW. He's not survived another one, and that's the back air to even cover that. And now we're seeing Luxray with a 3-stock lead, and goes for
wow.
Luxray is feeling himself,
This is
man.
definitely a fire Pokemon because, you know, look how on fire this guy is. He's really taking control. This match he's just been super aggressive.
Luxray
Yeah.
Sometimes you get burned.
When you get sometimes when it's 3 stocks to 1, the greediness comes out. I can vouch for that. So I respect it, but you know, BW Styles might see this as an opportunity to shake that mentality. Oh,
yeah.
Gets the read on the roll, but
one thing I wish that BW was able to do more is, like, see how he's kind of putting this sticky bomb at the ledge?
Yes.
He did it this game, but unfortunately it's over before it mattered enough. But Luxray was really having to respect that bomb later on whenever it was kind of like a bit higher up. Right here. He always got hit, was able to cover ledge with it. Really good option, but even here, had to like walk away from the ledge. BW could always safely ledge get up because the explosion would be there. Until about here is where it got dangerous, because then he's landing on top of Luxray and then decides not to throw the leaf shield into him because he wanted to move away as far as he could. But unfortunately, man's gonna grab you.
Hi, Jack Gaming. Thank you so much for the hosting. Really quickly, we are getting ready to go into winners finals, if I'm not correct. And while I can see Challenge, I don't think I'm still able to update anything, which is fine because I have been keeping track of it on paper. And we are currently in between a match in losers round number 4 and a match that's going on in losers round number 2 and 3. So we'll catch back up on those in just a second as we get ready to go into this best 3 out of 5 set between RP4 and Luxray, which is a preview repeat of what we've seen for the past couple of weeks now. Guys, give me your thoughts on how you think this is going to go.
You know, I definitely think that these two, out of many of the players in this tournament, have the most awareness about one another. I think I've been saying the word awareness tonight a lot, but the players I've been mentioning, they just really understand one another so well after playing so much. And even for those that have just recently joined, like Ruckus making a return, these players just adapt so well. But then when you have players that have played dozens of sets at this point, I just expect these two to really try to, even though they may understand one another's play styles, they're really going to see, all right, what kind of tricks do you have tonight? So I'm really interested to see what these two have. I think the biggest question I have is, are we going to see the Pyron Mithra or are we going to see the Link? Because in RP4's past 2 sets, for those of you who may have not been around, we saw the Pyron Mithra in one round, and then we saw the Link in another round against Thugnificent, or I guess Link in 2 rounds. And then against Solidus, we saw Pyramithra round 1 and then Link round 2. So I gotta wonder, are we going to see that even distribution, or are we going to see a full-fledged